I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with 3 minutes of early week markets on your Wednesday, May the 7th. Early week board started out higher, big gains on Monday and then moderate gains on Tuesday there. And by this time of the week, fat cattle are up over $2 and feeder cattle are up over $3, and not so much on the May, but on the out fronts. May's running pretty close to what cash is, so not too concerned with that. But August and September is a slight premium to that, but still quite a ways off of what guys want for cattle coming off grass, so we're not seeing much contracting starting as of that. But your gains in the board started out because of last week's fat cattle trade. Coming in on Thursday there, we saw some 157, 158, which was about steady. That was kind of encouraging because it happened on a Thursday. Then by Friday, those guys that dug their heels in and wouldn't accept those bids got $2 to $3 more than the previous week, from 160 to 163, with that 163 being paid up north. And dress bid sales were at 255 mostly, with some up to 256. But a lot of people think we may get steady to stronger money again this week as we start to get into those bigger numbers. But these packers are starting to ramp up kill a little bit too. We saw slaughter so far this week, Monday and Tuesday, at 227,000, which is 7,000 more than last week, but still 11,000 off of same week a year ago. And last week's total slaughter was 566,000, so good 22,000 more than the previous week, but quite a ways off of a year ago, which they ran over 600,000. And this time of year, for several weeks here, we ought to be running over 600,000 to satisfy those needs for this time of year. But even though we're having that much less slaughter, our weights are quite a bit bigger. Dressed weights are 28 pounds bigger than they were a year ago, running that heavy. So your total beef production is still only down less than 20 million pounds, which is not really that much in the whole scheme of things. But your sale barns so far this week, the feeder cattle have been higher, from the positive side of steady up to $5 higher, and then more than that up to $8, $9, $10 in some cases. So, and sharply higher on some calves too, where they have some weaned calves coming in. But down in Oklahoma City and places like that in the Southern Plains, saw some receipts jump up a little bit because we're starting to see the early sales of graze out wheat cattle coming to town. And that's helping the market because those are the kind of cattle guys really want. But even out in the southeast, places like Stanford, Kentucky, which is Bluegrass South, had a good run, as we see on Cattle Market Central. 135 head of steers weighed 859 at 209.95, and I'll guarantee you that wasn't a farmer feeder. But excellent rain so far this week, starting on Monday and Tuesday. Had flash flooding, Manhattan, Kansas. That's going to make the grazing out in the Flint Hills. Lubbock, Texas had flash flooding. And places like that, when they're getting big rains, it's just positive moods for everybody. But that's 3 minutes. We'll talk to you Friday.